Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, 다들 하지 뻔한 이야기.
Let's talk about this, actually. So you guys brought up on your pod agents, and you talked about it a little bit.
This is good.
And I thought it was an interesting topic. You guys had takes. I thought you made some good points, but Zane, you start. I have some thoughts on it.
Yeah. So, well, your take was basically like, I think
for most people, they're not worth it. For most players, they're not worth it.
Yeah.
And the thing that made me frustrated is I came at it through a sponsorship, through a company perspective. Like I was reaching out as a company to a lot of these players, and they all said, "Oh, got to talk to my agent." And these players are all mid-tier, like 10 to 30 or 10 to 40 or something.
Okay, just to be clear, like I'll throw this out there, even though it's probably going to get me in trouble. Weird.
We're here for it.
But I was just sitting. Connor Garnett was just sitting by us during this draft. Okay. And he walked over and he was talking to somebody about potential clothing. And Connor's like, "Oh, well, yeah, I got an agent." He's like, "Well, do you have an agent?" And he's like, "Well, I do, but he just doesn't." Basically, he was like, "He doesn't move fast enough.
Yeah.
I have one for now, but give me a week." Maybe, when's this going to release? Anyways, I don't know if he meant that like he was trying to fix things with his agent or button things up. But essentially, Connor was like, he said he comes from, high-end investment banking, and he likes to move quick.
Right.
And he just
He'd
felt
probably
like
be better equipped to negotiate his own deals.
Yeah, and he felt like nothing really moved. The sense I got was nothing moves quick with an agent.
And with this one person we know specifically, we know this person needs money, and we offered her like $500 a month or something like that, which isn't a ton, but it's something to.
Who's we?
The company, Stack Athletics. It's the apparel company.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so we offered her $500 a month, and it went through the agent, and the agent says, "Hold out. You can do more than that." And as soon as I heard that, I was like, I'm turned off. I don't even want to talk to this person anymore.
Yeah.
And this person,
she reached out to me, long story short, about needing housing for some stuff. And so clearly there's a need there, And so I don't know if
and it's not only with this one person, it's multiple pros.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a low ball off.
And I mean, Zane's a different example. I mean, you have an agent, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've probably had a good experience, but like in terms of just strictly pickleball, because they're probably doing other stuff for you. They're doing podcasts, they're doing events, they're doing clinics and stuff like that.
Right.
And so I think for your situation, it's probably a little bit different, but strictly if you're just playing pickleball, I think a lot of these players who get agents, they're just undercutting themselves.
Yeah, you're saying the agent gets in the
way. Yeah.
Well, so another player, same company, offered to the other player, and he said and his agent turned it down. And so the guy that offered it said, we saw him last night. He just said, "Hey, why did you guys turn this down?" And he goes, well, my agent just said it wasn't enough. He's like, "Well, why didn't you counter?"
Yeah, and
the
agent didn't even counter.
He's like, "You don't know what I'm willing to spend.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you counter?" And then the guy was like, "Well, call my agent back." And he's like, "Well, dude, we moved on."
Your agent's an idiot.
Yeah, your agent's an idiot.
So
Exactly.
His agent is the agent for a lot of these players.
That's it.
Right.
So
That's where I'm coming
But
at.
that's a problem too, is like if one agent has a bunch of pickleball players and these deals are like $500 here, $500, that's nothing to an agent.
Exactly.
So why are they going to spend the time
Exactly. But to a
negotiating
player,
the best deal for each player with each brand that reaches out?
Exactly. But to a player, I think if you're an up and coming player and you are getting 500 from this one, 1,000 from this one, 700 from this one,
but
on
even,
top of your
even
paddle,
now, there's very few players at the moment that have legitimate clothing deals or any sponsorships for that matter.
But I think that's because it's like a lack of outreach. Like if you I think an agent should just be more sales oriented, right? Like they should be carpet bomb. Can we say carpet bomb? Is that like a cancelable term?
I don't know, but add 20 to the swear jar.
Yeah. But they should just be doing high volume outreach to, if Stacked reaches out, it's like, okay, now we have a baseline.
Yep.
Now let's go email 100 apparel brands and be like, hey, we got this great player in the fastest growing sport in the country, just drafted.
Yeah.
Like, what can you offer?
But guess what? That requires effort and work.
That's not
So I'm going to take the opposite side here. Like, you guys
How much
know my
do you make,
background.
Zane?
What's that?
How much do you make?
How much money do I make?
Yeah.
How much money do you make? You start off first, and then I'll share it. Go ahead. I'll
I asked you first.
I'm saying
I'm writing everything off, so
I'll give it down to the dollar if you tell me yours first.
I can't remember.
Oh, bummer.
Convenient.
Somebody didn't file their taxes.
I'm being audited right now. I can't release that info.
You hate to see it. So I mean, like, this is my area of expertise, right? I went to business school. I'm CPA. Like I think I'm unlicensed, whatever. It's expired, something. But I know my stuff well enough.
Yeah.
I can negotiate my contracts. I can talk to them. But I still think there's a lot of value in an agent. If
What
you
is
have a good one.
what is your agent doing?
Is he bringing you deals though?
Are they bringing you deals?
That's the difference, I think.
So if you have an agent that's not bringing you deals,
You definitely shouldn't be exclusive with them.
yes.
But almost all the agents, they have to be exclusive.
So the Dink works with
You're
I think
a
5 different
different deal,
agencies,
though.
and I know we're different, but like they always come to us and they say, "Hey, here's our exclusive," and I say, "We don't do exclusive.
Yep.
We have other agencies we work with.
Yep.
If you bring in deals, you make a cut.
Exactly.
Great. If you don't, you don't. We're going to work with other people, and we have our own sales team." Like,
yeah, and
So I've talked to maybe 3 to 5 different agents, and I've heard a lot, but every single one of them, it has to be exclusive.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well,
Mine-
until you push back, but you just need to like negotiate that.
Yeah.
Because if they're going to if one of these agents is talking to a brand who wants to get into pickleball, then why wouldn't they want to make that percentage,
Yeah.
right? Whether it's exclusivity or not,
Yeah.
right? It's money.
And who's to say that once you bring them a deal, then they won't sign that exclusive deal with you? Like if you bring them a good enough deal, right?
So how
They'll
often
earn
is
it.
this agent bringing you deals? Weekly? Is it monthly?
I mean, like, there's different tiers of,
Sure.
of deals, right? Like, they're constantly sending me some small stuff,
Sure.
right? And most of those don't end up working out, and that's mutual. Like, the agent doesn't want it, I don't necessarily want it. But they are. The nice part is they're spending time talking to these brands and getting you just a couple products to try out. Doesn't work out, that's fine.
Yeah.
They've brought to me a couple of very good deals, and then something that I think is interesting is I'm capable of negotiating this stuff myself, but I don't know what the market value is. I think that's probably the second most important thing that an agent does is have a finger on the pulse of what the market is for a paddle deal.
Yeah, but the issue is a lot of these agents that are coming into the sport, they're not pickleball background. They're coming at it through tennis or through entertainment or something like that. And so a lot of them have no idea what it is.
Yeah, but if you have it, sure. But if you have a couple of people on your roster, right? Like then you know, like my agent knows exactly what Anna has, exactly what type.
Yeah, but I mean,
right?
You're a player. You should be talking. You are talking to a lot of these players. Do you have a pulse on what the market rate is?
I have a pulse. Yeah, I don't know the actual numbers
Sure.
and what people say. It depends on who you talk to. Some people won't give you anything. Some people blow what they're making out of proportion, right? And say that they're making twice as much as they actually are.
Yep.
I think the sport's so new too, and this is also new, that there really isn't a market rate,
Yeah.
right? There just isn't.
No, like somebody.
For something like paddles is probably
Paddles is-
Yeah. For
Fair
a paddle,
market.
that's different. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was annoyed, so that's why I tweeted that thing.
And I
But
think
yeah,
that
I
you're
just,
probably accurate in a lot of cases. There are a lot of bad agents,
Yeah.
and they kind of give a bad rap to the good ones. Like, I think sometimes moving slowly is an intentional play,
Yeah.
and I think there's merit to it because, like Thomas said, we get a.
but some of these players are literally living paycheck to paycheck, day by day.
All right,
And
then
so-
I'm gonna say. You
Like-
got to go teach or something because
Yeah.
like there's so much money to be made in pickleball.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't if you're not making it. If you're just playing pro pickleball, like it's not your agent.
Like I literally have
You-
2 or 3 guys who are PPA
Live.
players who text me and say, "Hey, did they pay us yet? Or did you get your money?" Like literally, like as soon as they say they're going to pay us. Like
Wait, who's from the agency?
no, from
this
PPA players, like
PPA.
players, athletes.
Like they're waiting
They're waiting for the
after every
paycheck to
tournament
hit.
to get that.
Like that
Yeah.
shouldn't happen if you're a top
But
30 or
even, like,
40
if
player.
you-
Even
Even
a single
some- that's like a
lesson a day
personality
for
trait, though.
$100 a day, you're making 36 grand. That's not hard to do. You should be able to get a lesson a day for $100, and that should cover whatever living
Yeah.
expenses you have.
I agree.
Spoken
I agree.
like a true CPA.
For sure. If you can't,
He's not deducting
mileage.
mileage or
What type of-
time,
hey,
opportunity.
What type of budget
Fair.
do you have here?
All right, cool. We just did a sick read for Viore. It was from the heart from Zane, and then apparently we weren't recording.
It's all good. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I've been wearing Viore stuff for like 18 months at this point, and it is so unbelievably comfortable. The shorts are incredible, and the shirts are great too. Like, a lot of times you get those shirts and they start out really soft and comfortable, and then you put them through the washer a couple times and it's gone. But I've had this for like 18 months, wore it about 1 million times, washed it about 1 million times, and it is still feels like the very first day that I got it. Unbelievably comfortable. Love it.
Yeah, no, we were wearing Vuori to record before they were even a sponsor of the pod, which we're a fan of, though. I'm wearing my pants right now. But you can go to vuori.com/thedink for 20% off your first purchase. And we get free shipping on orders over $75. And that's vuori.com/thedink, vuori.com/thedink.
Yeah, Vuori, we appreciate you, but you guys probably didn't need to pay us for this.
Yeah, send us more product. Okay.